Back in the game and well at the top, a king of the ring and calling my spots. I'm raising the bar to crank it a notch. I'm full of mistakes, cause life is a botch. Lights can get brighter and brighter. I walk through that curtain, my levels get higher and higher. Studied the best, in this generation I'm next. Super Kid Party, no doubt we just hit a suplex. Hooker by crook, survive if I let you, they stand to their feet. Sports entertainment.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to yet another episode of Life's a Botch, which is the sub-show known as Independent Spotlight, where we sit down with an independent wrestler and we basically get to know them and chop it up with them and find out exactly who it is that they are on the independent scene, man. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the latest episode featuring the homie Dion Summers. It was a vibe. We had a really good time with him, getting to know him and chopping it up with him on the show. And even before then, if you haven't already, check out the first episode featuring the one and only August Artois as well. Such a fun vibe it was with that brother as well, man. And so now for the third straight week in a row, I got a fella on here. Now, I know some of you lady listeners are going to be like, okay, well, we're going to get some ladies on here. Don't worry. We're going to set that up. And we're going to get some lady female talent out there representing for the ladies as well. It's just, man, my fella's been stepping it up, man. I've been reaching out. And they've been like, hey, yeah, I'll hop on. Let's go. Let's get it. So don't you worry. We're going to get y'all set. But it's only fitting, man. Second straight Black independent wrestler that we got right here in none other than Black History Month. So salute to all of my Black wrestlers, both male and female, killing it out there on the independent scene. So without further ado, allow me to introduce this man in front of me. This man is a very, very humble brother from just getting to know him in a short amount of time already. This man is killing it on the independent scenes right now. You've seen him a little bit everywhere just about. I mean, this man's resume is crazy on all types of promotions this man has been a part of. So without further ado, I'll even let him tell you in his own right, as humble as this man is, but still, like I said, putting it down for the culture out there in wrestling, letting you know he's a part of the top 100 Black independent wrestlers out there right now doing his thing. I'm talking about none other than my brother from another, Mr. Trey Shaw. What's up, man?
What an intro, man. What an intro.
Thank
you know
you,
how
brother.
to make a brother feel special.
Hey, all about y'all, man. It's all about. I'm just here to interview you. Feel me?
Absolutely.
So I think we still bright in the, what is this? This is afternoon, so it's like a midday brunch kind of feel. So what's that you're sipping on, man? Is like morning tea, coffee.
Look, it's I'm not gonna do no advertisement because they ain't paying me. But
come on now.
Lemon ginger plus probiotics.
Ooh,
I keep my system right. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back right. I be on Instagram flexing. You know what I mean?
Come on now. Hey, you ain't lying when you say that, man. One thing about you, brother, you definitely show them how to flex when it comes to the IG, man. I was keeping the page. I was like, my boy Jim, he doesn't know what's up, what's good. You know what I'm saying? Those 24-inch pythons there, brother. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give it to him.
Hey, man.
Oh man, welcome to the show, my friend. And it's good to have you and sit down with you and get to know you. Welcome to the Independent Spotlight, where it's all about platforming you guys out there on the independent scene that don't get enough love sometimes, man. Because I know you guys are in such a grind trying to get to the top level, companies out there. But at the same time, sometimes it's good to sit back and look at your accomplishments thus far or see where you're at in your progress. So that's what this platform's created for. That being said, my brother, tell the world a little bit about yourself. Who is Trey Shaw?
Well, it's complicated, but it's simple at the same time. You know what I mean? I am the Ripper, the top killer. A lot of people call me Shaw the Ripper. A lot of people call me Trey Shaw. You can call me whatever you want. I'm inevitable. Ooh. I'm always coming for the top spot. It's just, it's in my nature. I just can't not shoot for the top spot in every company that I perform in. And so that's why I'm the top killer.
Come on, man. Come on. See, that's that right there. That don't tell you and sell you on why you should come and follow this man. I don't know what else does. I mean, it's quite simple. He Shaw the Ripper. You better follow him or you're gonna get ripped up. You feel me? It's just that simple. You know what I mean?
I don't make the rules, bro. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't make the rules. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. So what got you into your pro wrestling journey, man? Where did it all begin for you, to be honest?
Oh man, I'm doing this outside, so it's a little rah-rah in the background. But I've been wanting to be a pro wrestler since I was like 4 years old.
Wow.
I think the first match, it's not the first match I saw, but the first match that I remember was Batista versus Booker T, I believe it was, and then Finley came in and like beat up Batista, and I cried during that match.
Wow.
So I remember thinking, you know, when I get older, I'm gonna get my get back on Booker T. I'm gonna get my get back on Finley. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because I've actually wrestled Finley's son, the youngest son.
Yeah.
Not David, but I wrestled his young son, Brogan.
Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
So I was like, I kind of got my get back just a little bit. I didn't win the match, but I got my get back just a little bit, you know? So
For sure.
that's always been a thing for me. It's been a thing in the back of my mind. And I just knew I wanted to be at that superstar level. I wanted that superstar feel. So that's pretty much how I got into this journey. I was just, you know, working a job when I was like 18, 19, working a job. One of the Renegade twins, they're signed to Ring of Honor, came into my job while I was working at the movie theater. And I was talking about wrestling with them, and they were like, hey, you should come to this wrestling school. It was the One Fall Power Factory at the time. And then it turned into the Nightmare Factory, like, eventually. But that's how I got my start in there. I started training at One Fall Power Factory under QT Marshall.
Come on now. See that's some legendary training right there, my friend. You know, shout out to QT for being out there. Still, I believe, still a hot free agent right now in these streets.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think somebody's waiting to get that gym.
He just collected the championship the other day. He's doing his thing.
Doing his thing. That's what's up. So so for you, man, how has the journey been treating you since you took that leap and said, all right, I'm actually gonna do this? Like, when did that reality set? Like, man, I'm thinking about it to like, wow, I'm actually doing this now.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It took a lot of determination, a little bit of being delusional. You know what I mean? It took a lot. This journey has had its ups and downs, but I wouldn't trade wrestling for the world, honestly. And it's something I wanted to do my entire life. I don't plan on giving up now, even though it's hard. It's always hard, but nothing that comes easy is not gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You know, that's the beauty of being a wrestler, actually, when you think about like the NFL or the NBA, and you know, you have like these different levels of, like, you start out from, man, just little intermediate, you know, intramural leagues and being in like basketball camps as a kid. Then you know, you kind of transition into getting into like your middle school levels. Then you get into your high school levels, college levels, and then you're in divisions in your college levels, and then all of a sudden you make it to the pros, and then it's like, whoa, hold on, we're here. Like, the dream is real, right? For some. But in the world of pro wrestling, man, it's a little different. You know, it's just hard. But you guys, man, it's like it feels like even on the independents, especially in these days, even the independents almost have like a pro level to them, because you're basically a pro wrestler completely. You know, like, you skip college, you skip all of that, because the moment you decide this is what you want to do, you are officially a pro the moment you take your first bump. So it's wild, man. So you talked about a lot of the companies that you had been working with along the way. So what started, you know, the moment you really got your training, got your legs wet, and you said, I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna do, you know, shoot my shot? Who were some of like the first promotions to give you a shot fresh out of your training to say, like, man, I'm ready?
So I would say my first official match was against Suge D at a place that was called Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment. in Atlanta. It was ran by Murder One and Josh Wheeler.
Okay.
I think they're running now. It's Southern States Pro in Atlanta. I wrestled there too. But they gave me my first start, and my first match was against Shug D, who is now the Pan African Diaspora World Champion. I'm after that. But he beat me. But he was also my trainer. So like he trained me. He's the one that got my foot in the door, and I got to talking with Murder One and Josh Wheeler, and I had been on there ever since. But yeah, like he beat me. So that kind of stuck with me. We've only had one match. He knows that he owes me a second match.
Come on.
He knows that. He knows that. So rather than just wait on it, I'm in my era of taking my moment. You know what I mean? And we never know when that moment is gonna be.
Ooh, see, I like that, brother. You like, I ain't waiting. I'm taking what I want right now in this independent scene. Like the student's already getting ready to surpass the teacher. It looks like he's already just like, man, give it to me, So that's pretty cool to hear about. So now what I want to transition to for you is tell me this then. What, because you're a jacked dude, you know what I'm saying? Like you handling business. And so what I need to know is I can tell you model yourself as a legit powerhouse. Like I take a lot of inspirations came from the power game of what created you. So like who were those top powerhouse level inspirations, if you will?
Oh man. I kind of feel like I mixed a little bit of it. How many you want? You want like 5? You want 5?
Yeah,
I got 5.
Yeah. Go ahead. List them all.
So I kind of mix a little bit of everything into my game when it comes to powerhouses and also when it comes to technicians to a certain extent. Not a submission specialist. I'm not a submission specialist. I just know that you're not going to get up from this. So what I do is I'll take something from William Regal, one of my favorite wrestlers in the world, William Regal, the Great Muta. The Great Muta was very agile, even though he was not that small of a guy. You know what I mean? So I try to base my agility off of him. We're gonna go with Kenta Kobashi.
Ooh, all right, good one.
Kenta Kobashi was very, very brutal with them chops. Oof. And I try to make mine. Yeah. I love fighting big men. I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
So, and then we have Samoa Joe.
Ooh, GOAT.
Samoa Joe was a striker.
Okay.
Samoa Joe was precise in his striking. He was very much a striker.
Okay.
And then we have JBL. Now I only say JBL because JBL had the best finisher of all time.
That clothesline, baby.
Straight up lariat. The clothesline from hell.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's where I take my inspiration from my finisher from. For sure.
Hey, bro, that's one heck of a top 5 for you, man, in terms of inspiration levels. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I almost thought when you mentioned the Batista match with Booker T, I almost thought you were gonna throw Batista in there for a second too.
I was gonna throw Batista in there, but like it's hard to mimic Batista, man. But Batista was a 1-of-1 for real.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Like, don't come around often, but from what I've seen of what you do so far, you're already modeling in the right direction of where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great list to come up with your own style for. So, with that, then, man, tell me about where you go from here in terms of like, you've already been setting a lot of bookings and things like that in this year. So what are your personal goals in terms of 2024?
My personal goals in terms of 2024, I plan to wrestle out of the country. I have not done that yet.
Okay.
I want to wrestle out of the country so bad, specifically in Japan.
Come on, man.
So hopefully around this summer, I get some bookings to go to Japan. I would really, really, really want to go to Japan. it's so much talent in Japan. It makes no sense. I feel like an excursion would do me so much justice.
Yes, yes. Shout out to with this being Black History Month, man. Shout out to my melanated wrestlers out there that have had Japan on their go-to list. Because you're like the second straight wrestler that I've seen, representing my brothers and sisters out there that have said we need a little extra more representation in the wrestling world out there in Japan, because it's kind of few in between. There's only so many you think about. Shout out to my bro Kevin the Jet Knight. I remember having him on and talking to him, and he
That's
said
my
the same
guy.
thing. Yeah,
that's my guy. That's my guy.
Man,
love him to death.
Really, really good person, man. And I just thought about how he was talking about that when we talked to him. He was saying some of those things about like not a complete lack, just you don't see us go down that Japanese lane a bit as much. And so to blaze a path, a few like that, and open that door up for more. You think of like a Shelton Benjamin who was out there doing this. MVP was out there doing this thing, but
first IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Crazy.
Exactly. Crazy. Exactly. It's crazy, man. So I like hearing a lot of my brothers going out and saying, I'm trying to get out there. And we can't forget Mercedes Moné. Can't forget her either representing for the ladies. When she went out there and did a thing as well. Willow Nightingale, another one also who did in Japan as well. So the ladies are also building that reputation as well, representation for us. But yeah, man, I like that on that list, man. That's a really.
I just recently met Aja Kong, and I was 7-year-old me. I got into Japanese wrestling at like 7 years old. I found it on YouTube, stuff like that. 7 years old. That for me, meeting Aja Kong was probably one of the biggest moments for me. I have a picture with her, and you could not tell how nervous I was to have that picture with her. I was so shook, man. Oh, come on.
I already know. It's like that when you meet a legend most times, man. But at the end of the day, it just shows you in the right direction of where you're headed, man. Like, just to be already following, like you said, when you talked about your story of how you even, when you met the Renegade Twins and how they told you, hey, you should get into it. The fact that you took that leap and that you are actually fulfilling it now, man, it's just going to continue to happen for you, bro. It's just so many names doing big things where you're in that same lane and you're getting ready to like just catapult. So that's the beauty of catching you in this stage right now where you're at, because what I love, I like to shout out names like Alex Kane. Thought about when I had him on, and Suplex Assassin, and looking at where he's at since the last time he was on the show. You know what I'm saying? Another one of the guys, man. It's great to just see you guys elevate and evolve, and catching you guys in your state of like where you're getting ready to head. And man, it's just amazing. It's an honor to even just sit down and just talk with you guys as you're growing in your journey. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's all about. Just seeing how you guys elevate from this point and being able to just be like, yo, I am so proud of this person from how they started and where they're at right now. That much work and sacrifice says a million, man. So tell me this, brother. I was thinking about this when you mentioned Japan, and I said, this would be an interesting nickname for you, my guy, or something to put in the title, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't mind me asking, how tall are you, good sir?
I am 6'2.5".
6'2.5". Okay, that could pass off pretty well. I say, because my brother, like I said, you're pretty swole. You know what I'm saying? 6'2" is a good height. You know what I'm saying? Go over there in Japan, you know what I'm saying? Big, Trey Shaw, the Ripper, aka Big Kaiju, you know what I'm saying? Let them know about that.
See, I think I might, the only thing about that, I think I might catch some flack from O'Shea Edwards. O'Shea Edwards is the Kaiju. He is the Kaiju.
I figured that. I was like, somebody out there probably didn't already jack that Kaiju.
Can't even do it. Can't even. He probably got that thing copyrighted. I can't get sued. I ain't got no money like that.
True that. I feel you, bro. I feel you. You already know. So shout out to you, man. If you out there killing it, I ain't trying. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea.
O'Shea. You know what I'm saying? My fault, bro. My fault. You know what I mean? But just throwing, letting the ideas fly, man. That's the beauty of coming off the top of a lot of things, man. Being out there, you do each thing, man. So tell me this then for you, brother. Any dream What about championships? Let's talk some championships, man. Let's talk some championships.
Ooh.
What are you eyeballing out there? What's some titles that you got on your mind where you like this right here? That's a goal. Trying to come for that. I want this. Like, where you at with the titles right now?
Well, I did mention one earlier.
You did.
The one that should be hold so dearly. I want that. That's number one on my list. That's number one on my list. Number one on my mind. In my mind every night, I want that title.
Come on. Okay.
So the second title I have on my mind right now is currently being held at Naptown Off-Road by Isaiah Broner.
Okay.
I've been going from Naptown for a good little minute. But I think I'm ready to come back and claim what is rightfully mine. I was cheated out of a spot in the eliminator match. And I won't let that happen again.
Come on.
Because I need that one.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm going to just say those two for right now because you'll never know where I'll end up.
You'll never know where you end up. Okay. I like that. You know, my boy's smart with it. You know, he's taking the baby steps while also saying, hey, Chuck, don't think that I ain't eyeballing your title. You just don't never know where I'm show up at.
Nah, as long as I breathe air on this earth, there's nobody's title that's safe anywhere.
Ooh. I respect it, bro. I respect it. Okay. So a couple other things I'd ask you in situations like this, wrestling related, of course, and then I'll probably get into a few little wrestling related topics to end it on a good note for you, man. You know, but let me ask you this: given that it's well, I'll save this one as the grand, so I'll say this with you. What is the best thing about being a wrestler so far? And what is the worst thing about being a wrestler?
Ooh.
Gotta hit you with it one time, man.
What's the best thing about being a wrestler so far? The best thing about being a wrestler so far is looking back on your journey and admiring how far you've come. You know what I mean? Okay. As a pro wrestler, you should never stop learning. You always learn new things. You always learn how to do the old things you used to do in a new way. Like, it's just learning how far you've come. Sometimes I hate watching my matches back. I do. I really do. But just recently, I watched like some of my matches back in Pro South when I first started my career. And wow, what a change. You know what I mean? I was doing moves back then that I totally forgot about now. But when they come up in my head, I just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this tonight. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So it's just like, that's one of the best things about wrestling. You're always constantly learning, relearning, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It's gonna lead to way bigger opportunities. Okay. The worst thing about pro wrestling, right? Okay. Is the people who are always negative and bitter about the younger generation of wrestlers.
Ooh.
I think that wrestling is subjective. I think that if you like flippy spots, you like flippy spots. There's nothing wrong with having your flippy spots. Okay. If you like technical wrestling, you like technical wrestling. But guess what? At the end of the day, these people are performing. These people are performing their heart's desire out there in that ring to showcase it for you, to showcase it for your entertainment, to showcase it for the storytelling. If the storytelling involves flippy spots, do the flippy spots. Yeah. Wrestling is subjective. We all should be more positive. We all should think about how we speak to wrestlers and other wrestling personalities and stuff like that online, on social media. We should all be considerate. This is supposed to be fun. You're taking the fun out of wrestling.
Yeah, yeah. Social media, man. Sometimes it's a gift and also a curse, especially in the world of professional wrestling. We've got to do better as fans, media personality, and wrestling talents. Collectively, we all got to do better with it, man. Come on, like you said, the positivity. Very new day of you, my friend. I love that. I love that. Power of positivity.
I'm only positive outside of the ring. Inside of the ring, I'm a menace. I'm unlikable. I'm not a good person. I'm not a
Hey,
good person. I have no moral standing in the
ruthless.
ring.
Come on now. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. We can totally approve that 100%. That is all right with us. But with that, man, I gotta ask you this, as a brother to brother, you know what I'm saying? Literally given the significance of this month. It is Black History Month, and I have to ask you, my friend, um, how important is it to you being a part of the culture in this space at a time where it really once wasn't as represented as it is now, globally and nationally, just with face of the franchise is literally everywhere. And I can go on with a list of names over the years that we have. If you mention your Booker T's and your Mark Henrys and so many different ones, your MVPs out there, or if you even go recent with the Swerve Stricklands out there, the Kofi Kingstons of the world. But I need to ask you, how important is it for you from watching these significant figures over the years to now being someone that will be a significant figure for the next young Black brother or sister that's watching you and saying, I want to model myself after that? How important is that for you?
Wow, that's honestly one of the only things that I've really ever wanted out of the wrestling industry is somebody to represent me, somebody who who looks like me, who the same color as me, and they're not a joke. They're not a you know like
Yeah.
nothing wrong with comedic acts, but they're not like not world champion material.
Yeah.
Um, and it always stuck with me when before I got into wrestling with Kofi Mania and all that stuff. I'm just like, man, I can really do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can really get into this and I can really, elevate to that stature. And I want to be that for the young Black men and women that we have coming up in this industry. You know what I mean? Um, I work with a lot of young people now, and I'm still young in this industry. You know what I mean? I still try to give back what I know or what I've learned to the younger people of this generation. Like, and then you see guys out there getting it, in Georgia, like Hakeem Young.
Yeah.
Um, you see guys out there like Jordan Kingsley and Darian Bankston and all those guys. You know what I mean? AR Force kids, the WWA 4, like they're out there killing it. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like it's insane. That representation will stick with a kid that goes to one of these indie wrestling shows. They're a Black kid. They see another black young man in that ring doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, we don't know the impact that we could have.
Yeah, man.
So it's always been a big thing for me. Inspiration wise, all that has always been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. I want to give back. When I'm done with this, when I'm old and decrepit, can't move like I used to, I want to give back. I want to train. I want to give back.
Man, I love that. That is a beautiful answer, my brother. Like that was so beautiful. It might be hard to top from any other Black independent talents I get on the show within this month, man, because that was a powerful answer right there, my friend, and you answered that greatly. And again, man, that's giving back is exactly what you said, because that's part of the reason why I wanted to create a platform like this, as we mentioned earlier, was just for that exact reason, giving back to you guys as well, because again, can't be expressed enough on the independence, man, giving you guys your flowers, even now while you're in the grinding stages of it, because even on a mainstream level, yeah, you're still on the grind, but it's a different grind than it is on the independents. You know what I'm saying? Because in the independents, there's so many promotions. There's so many. I like to think of the independents almost like college level in a sense, even though it's just you guys have the title pro wrestlers because you guys are professionally trained. So, but it is like a college level because there's so many promotions, so many territories and areas and cities, and it's like, hey, yeah, come move out to Atlanta, if you're in an area where you really, really want to get out there because we got all these prospects from here, or hey, go move to Texas. We got all these prospects in Houston, or go to, reality of wrestling, all this stuff. So, man, it can't be expressed enough that we appreciate you guys for what you do. And that's why this is created for y'all. So they get to know who you are as well. And if I didn't ask, just in case I didn't ask, because I know they might say, did he ask this? In case I didn't, talk about your character, because you did mention when you in the ring, you a bit ruthless and you have no remorse. So what exactly is the character in ring when it comes to Trey Shaw, the Ripper?
He is, and I say I have to speak of him as a different person because I'm not like that. I'm not like that in real life. Like me, me and you are having a conversation, we chopping it up. It's very positive and stuff like that. He don't do that. He don't do that. He gets behind that curtain. Whoever's in the ring, they're in automatic danger. They're automatically a threat to his ascension to the top. You know what I mean? He's the top killer, so he has to be at the top.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a magnetic force pulling him to the top. You know what I mean? It's like that. So his determination, his grind, his methods of doing things in the ring, he almost kind of feels bad for it, but not until he hits that curtain back after he's done the job. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to kind of explain why it pulls him so much. Does he have one central goal that he has to achieve once he gets to the top of all of these companies? Or is he trying to get to the top of everything? Does he want to be world champion? Which brings me back to Suge D holding that world championship.
Come on, talk about
it. Is that the reason behind my actions in the ring? Well, you'll have to follow the story to know.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Come on. Hey. Listen, there's no doubt about it. I think we can all safely say Trey Shaw the Ripper is definitely going to finish his story. That is a given fact. All right?
That's Shout out to Cody.
Shout out to Cody. You know what I'm saying? Had to say that because I know we got a lot of strong opinionated fans out there. Not but that's for a different. That's for the main show.
Cody said, "Chill, let me work my magic."
We that's all good. We gonna say that for the main show. Shout out to my co-host, this Ash Benny. But yeah, man. So that's basically all I had for you, with the exception of for things wrestling related, my friend. You did so greatly. So I just gotta end it on a non-wrestling note because we are talking about the independent spotlight. So of course they know the character. But now let's briefly ask about the man behind the curtain, because like you said, he's completely opposite of everything you see in the ring. So I gotta ask you, man. Growing up, dog, what was some of your favorite cartoons? What's some of your all-time favorite cartoons out there, man?
Ooh, dang. So my top cartoon, I'm gonna put this at number one because just me personally.
Okay.
That was an amazing show. Okay. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Ed and Eddy has the number one spot.
Okay.
In
classic.
My top 3 cartoons. So we got Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Okay.
After that, we got Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
And then number 3, we got, let me choose this one wisely.
No pressure, bro. No pressure.
This one wisely. I'm gonna go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, wait. Which
The original.
version?
The original.
The 80s version.
The 80s version.
My guy. Okay.
Absolutely.
If you just said 2003, I wouldn't have been mad at that either, though. I wouldn't have
Because
been
2003 was good. And then I even like the recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I like that one.
Wait,
but
you mean the one where John Cena voiced in the Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or the 3D clay animated one?
I like the one. It was the one that came on. The one that came on Nickelodeon. It was like cartoon. It was the cartoon style. It was like a newer one.
Yeah, that sounds like Rise. I think that was right. Were they animated kind of weirdly a little bit? Yeah.
And then I like the movie that came out. I also like the Michael Bay ones.
What?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
Okay.
I actually.
Oh, go ahead. You said you was. I didn't want to cut off. I was gonna say you.
No,
you
you're good.
Like
you're good. I had got a notification. I was like, "What is that?" I basically tried to model my figure, like me getting into shape. I tried to model my figure after Raphael on the Michael Bay movies, because brother was
he
up
is
there.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that. They don't know he is technically the strongest turtle out of all four. Mm-hmm. He is like literally that big.
Look, spoiler alert, if you have not read The Last Ronin,
come on.
Technically, Michelangelo is the strongest.
You know,
losing your brothers, your father, and losing everything like that.
True. But let's remember though, it took that to get him to that point.
That's true.
Had he still had his brothers, he might still be the Michelangelo that we know. Not to say we never said Michelangelo was weak or anything. Obviously, we know he's just he's the laid back party Michelangelo. Yeah. The reason you got the last Ronin version of him was because when his brothers and everybody he loved died, so did he. So that version of him was gone where he had to be that. But see, Raphael was always automatically. Yeah, just natural born butt kicker. And I mean, look, even in that art, look at how he went out. He went out like
he went out crazy.
Crazy, man. Bro.
I want to see that either adapted into a movie or a video game or both. I don't care.
They actually do have a video game for that coming out.
Because they have the God of War studio.
Yeah. There's a developing game on that. So we'll get that real soon. No doubt, but hopefully they do make a movie. I mean, this art's getting more popular amongst fans, so hopefully we do get that in a movie form. But let's see, another non-wrestling related question for you before I let you go, my friend. Let's see here. What can I think of? Aha! All right, we'll keep it on the nerd level here, my friend. All right, Tell me, what can Marvel do to make their universe better now than it used to be? Like, what can they do to fix this little dilemma funk that they've been in as of late?
Have Dr. Doom kill off Kang the Conqueror.
Oh boy, everybody want Doom on screen. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I am all for keeping Kang the Conqueror for like 2 more movies, but not Jonathan Majors. They could do like John Boyega or something, or they could do Coleman Domingo. I'm cool with it.
Okay,
but they gotta have him for like 2 movies and be like, oh, he's not that big of a threat. They gotta Thanos him. He gotta Thanos him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's looking that way, man. The Marvel universe, they need somebody that's like Thanos level to draw him back in and be like, okay, now this guy. I more so would say Galactus myself, but
I feel like we gotta wait on Galactus. I feel like we gotta wait a little bit because once Galactus comes, everything is about to go haywire. Everything's gonna go insane. So
that's true.
Yeah, I'd save Galactus because then that means we have to introduce Silver Surfer. Then boom, boom, boom. It's all over from that. So we gotta start off slow. Dr. Doom will be a good, not Thanos level per se yet, but yeah.
So that also means if you're saying that, then we got to give the Fantastic Four one more chance on screen, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. They better do it right this time then. We've been waiting on the X-Men, so they better do it right.
They should either cast, well, Giancarlo Esposito as Dr. Doom. It sounds good on paper, but Giancarlo is a little older. Okay. He's a handsome guy. He still got the looks, but he's a little older. So
what does it matter when you're behind a metal-faced mask anyway?
He's gonna have to take it off. He's gonna have to take it off. So what they gonna do? De-age him? Come on now.
Yeah, fair.
So I was thinking they could do like John Hamm or Zac Efron. Zac Efron could play he could play either the Human Torch or he could play Victor Von Doom.
Ooh, okay. I respect it, dog. I respect it. That's some good insight, man. You know, we got another show we're gonna have to introduce you to, you know what I'm saying, in the spare time that you have out of your busy wrestling schedule. But nonetheless, man, listen, the last and final thing I gotta say to you, my brother, is well, first and foremost, you are forever a friend of this very show. So, like I said, we have our main show. If you ever want to come on and just talk wrestling through the week, you are always welcome on that platform. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the Life's a Botch show. But most importantly, man, you family. Like I said, we love seeing you guys grow and ascend and continue to be bigger and better than where you were when we have you. And of course, you're always welcome back on any given time. But real quick, tell these good people listening and watching, where can they find you and follow you in your journey as Trey Shaw, the Ripper?
Absolutely. You can find me on all social media platforms at Shaw the Ripper. On Twitter, I'm not calling it, that replacement.
I don't blame you.
I'm calling it Twitter.
Come on.
Your mama named you Twitter. I'm gonna call you
Your
Twitter.
mama named you. Come on now.
On Instagram at Shaw the Ripper. On Threads, I don't get on Threads that much, but you can follow me at Shaw the Ripper. I have a show coming up on February 18th at Wrestlers Lab against Mr. Grimm. So if you want to check that out, just go to Wrestlers Lab on Instagram or on Twitter and, buy you a ticket. If you're out in the New Jersey area, buy you a ticket. It's at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park.
Come on.
All I'm saying is big meaty men slapping meat. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a match that'll make Biggie proud. So,
Speaking of which, did you hear? I don't know if you heard, but it might be Big E might be scouting some of these big meaty men for a big meaty men tournament of some sorts.
All I'm saying is, put me in. Put me in.
Big E, if you see this, we're gonna tag you, brother. If you see this, you got some scouting to do, and we got one right here. Trey the Ripper.
I got connections. I will text Faye Jackson right now. You'd be like, please text Big E.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Come on now.
Get Shaw the Ripper on that tournament. Watch him go through the rest of the competition and elevate to be your number one big meaty man in the big meaty men slap meat tournament. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. But again, man, listen, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of the Independent Spotlight, where it is all about you, my friend. And as always, y'all already know, find and follow your boy, all things at Hi-Lite Life, HILITE Life. Follow the Life's a Botch show at Life's a Botch _OTS. And of course, I can't forget, when it comes to OTS, the platform behind this platform, make sure you follow all things OTS Media Co. If you like sports, music, fashion, culture, and all that good stuff, that is the platform that you want to follow. And shameless plug for all of my independent wrestlers out there. If you're looking for an independent custom theme, come holler at your boy Hi-Lite Real. I just created this not even last year, called Mike Mayhem Music, which is my little platform dedicated to you guys to give you services that you need to get a custom theme made for you all day, every day. So pull up on me, shoot me a DM, and I can show you exactly what we gonna give you something catchy for the streets, but something that's gonna elevate your character. You feel me? That being said, man, this is the Independent Spotlight presented by Life's a Botch. And until next time, we'll catch y'all same time, same place. Hi-Lite Real. We signing out.